The Department of Agrarian Reform envisions a just, safe, and equitable society that upholds the rights of tillers to own, control, secure, cultivate, and enhance their agricultural lands towards rural development and national industrialization. In the pursuit of such objective, the department must also ensure that it is responsive to the prevailing social issues of the time. In the year 2024, the DAR has made significant strides in realizing its commitments on mainstreaming gender and development, consequently promoting gender equality and women's empowerment. The department's investment in gender equality through improving its policies and standards, institutional mechanisms, and generally the promotion of an enabling environment for women and girls to meaningfully participate in and benefit from development continues to create ripples of change within the institution. With the strengthening of gender mainstreaming strategy and ongoing improvements in the proper allocation and utilization of GAD budget, the DAR, along with its regional and provincial offices nationwide, contributes to empowering women within their respective functions. The DAR Cordillera Administrative Region, in celebration of Women's Month, organized an eco-walk at Admiral's Farm Park in La Trinidad, an initiative that focused on promoting physical well-being and mental health among its women staff. As participation to the Agrario Trade Fair 2024, DAR CAR also showcased its region's textiles crafted by Kalinga women. This also highlights the traditional Cordilleran weaving skills and promote economic empowerment for women artisans. DAR Regional Office 1 took pride in the operationalization of its GAD Center. Since then, DARO 1 is able to coordinate and properly streamline its GAD-related activities. For their Women's Month celebration, a lecture series was presented on topics such as menopause, andropause, perimenopause, and the anti-rape law of 1997, among others. Region 1 also boasts its conduct of Tiangge sa Daro 1, an activity that showcased its women employees' entrepreneurial skills and creativity. In line with DAR Region 2's commitment to community service and gender and development activities, the region conducted 2 outreach programs in October in Peña Blanca and Tuguegarao City. Distribution of farm kits to agrarian reform beneficiaries and persons deprived of liberty was made. This reinforced DARO 2's goal to empower communities through meaningful interventions, reaching even the most overlooked members of the society. The Department of Agrarian Reform recognizes the pivotal job performed by women towards rural development and nation building, which is why it also encourages its employees to take active roles in discussing good practices and identifying challenges in achieving women empowerment. That said, the Binibining Agrario 2024 was conducted as part of the department's celebration for Rural Women's Month. The Binibining Agrario 2024 title holder, Ms. Jean Arian Ponce of DAR Region 3, shares her journey to the crown. DAR Calabarzon also joined in the celebration of Rural Women's Month and Senior Citizen Week as they held a joyful and heartwarming event for elderly agrarian reform beneficiaries under Project Split. Through this initiative, DAR Calabarzon recognized the invaluable contributions and sacrifices of elderly ARBs as they also empowered rural women. In the exigency of service and ensuring that agrarian reform beneficiaries have full possession and utilization of their land, DAR Mimaropa highlighted its intervention in a 20-year-long standing case on land distribution and acquisition. Marianita Tabang, a 60-year-old ARB from Rojas, Palawan, expressed her deep gratitude to the lawyers of the Beneficiario program of DAR Mimaropa as the same became instrumental for her to regain possession of her awarded land after 20 years. In 1992, Marianita Tabang and her brother were awarded with a parcel of land. Sometime in 2003, Evelyn, a distant relative, proposed to till a 700 square meter portion of her property and divide the profit between them. She accepted the proposal as her husband was having difficulty cultivating the land due to old age, while their children were still minor at that time. Due to a sad twist of events, Evelyn did not comply with their agreement and Marianita never received any share of the profits. For more than 20 years, they had been making demands to Evelyn to return the possession of the property. With Darmy Maropa's intervention, Marianita was issued her individual title. She and her family is now freely cultivating the land awarded to them. DAR Region 5 recalls the story of Army Kinalayo Asaya, one of their women ARBs and the second place winner of the Women ARB Success Story AVP Making Contest during the Women's Month celebration.
Kaya mo? Kaya ko.
Ako si Army Kinalayo Asaya, 33 years old, taga-barangay Mantalisay, Libmanan, Camarines Sur, anak ni na Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel Kinalayo. Alam nating tama at nararapat na gawin para sa sarili at para sa pamilya natin. Huwag din natin kalimutan na gawin yung mga nakakapagpasaya sa atin para maging makulay ang ating buhay. Yun lang at maraming salamat.
Meanwhile, the DAR Region 7 celebrated Women's Month through its capacity-building activities, livelihood training, and forums that highlighted gender equality, women's rights, and economic empowerment. The regional office also actively supported and observed the national kickoff activity for the 18-day campaign to end violence against women, or End VOW. The same campaign was also the highlight of DAR Region 8's Gender Mainstreaming Initiative as they united to advocate for a vow-free Philippines. A special lecture on End Vow was held, where signatures from DAR 8 personnel were also gathered as their official commitment to supporting the Vow-Free Philippines campaign. The region also boasts its conduct of a mini agrario trade fair during the Rural Women's Month, where they registered 241,000 in total sales in support of their women ARBs and entrepreneurs. The National Women's Month celebration has grown into a significant platform over the years, not only for celebrating women's achievements, but also as a way of addressing critical issues concerning women's empowerment and gender equality. In the spirit of this endeavor, DAR Region 9 held an outreach program in Zamboanga that aimed to support 2 local agrarian reform associations. Approximately 50 bundles of clothing, slippers, and food packs were distributed to the participating women beneficiaries. DAR Region 10 made no exception in its GAD mainstreaming effort as the region focused on learning GAD mainstreaming strategies and processes. This necessitates the transformation of DAR's institutional structures, culture, and practices wherein gender concerns become central instead of remaining as peripheral issues and concerns. They have conducted activities such as gender analysis and gender analysis tools training, training of trainers for gender sensitivity for project implementers, and GAD plan and budget recalibration workshop. The springboard for ending injustice and inequality on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression and sex characteristics, or SOGSC, is a broad-based understanding and appreciation of diversity as a natural aspect of human sexuality and identity. This understanding can lead to nurturing an economic, social, political, and cultural order that embraces an inclusive view of SOGSC and that is promotive of genuine justice and equality for all. That said, DAR Region 11 has conducted a one-day live-out activity for all its regular and contractual employees, including split project hired personnel, to attend the training on gender sensitivity, basic gender and development, SOGSC, and gender laws. In celebration of the International Women's Day, DAR Regional Office 12 made the event more memorable by participating in an outreach program for the children of the Child Development Center at Barangay Kakub, Coronadal City, as well as for women in the community. Toys, food, and pre-loved clothing are among the various items that were distributed to the parents and their children. A gender analysis and harmonized gender and development guidelines training workshop was also conducted by the region, an integral step in equipping their personnel on how to properly integrate GAD in project proposal development, project implementation, and management. This is to ensure that programs and projects undertaken by the department in various stages are gender responsive. In 2024, the onslaught of typhoons, man-made disasters, and health emergencies have left many DAR Caraga personnel grappling with loss and hardship. As such, the regional office has launched a heartwarming initiative called DAR Damayan. Geared towards gender and development, this initiative aims to provide readily available donations such as clothes, toiletries, books, and other necessities to personnel affected by calamities and diseases, fostering solidarity and support within the department, and helping women and men come together in times of hardships. As part of Binibining Agrario 2024 Caraga, Lee Monica Amper's advocacy to uplift women as pillars of the community, she also contributed to the realization of the regional offices movement. To her, DAR Damayan serves as a poignant reminder that even in the darkest of times, DAR Caraga family stands united. This is a core value that she hopes to be translated and extended further to farmer beneficiaries, especially to the rural women that the department cares and supports. Here at the heart of the department, the DAR Central Office proudly shares its 2024 GAD activities, starting with the first observation of World Hijab Day, an activity that aimed to stand in solidarity with millions of Muslim women who choose to wear the hijab. Next is the National Women's Month kickoff, where Senator Lauren Ligarda, Congresswoman Bernadette Escudero, and Congresswoman Lorna Silverio graced the activity with their presence and inspirational messages. Present as well for the celebration of the International Women's Day were Congresswoman Geraldine Roman, Miss Ricky Kwek Matay, and Mrs. Drilon. The Women ARB Success Story AVP Making Contest highlighted the triumph of women ARBs and their bittersweet journey. Mr. Ray Langit was invited as the chair of the Board of Judges for the said contest. In celebration of the Rural Women's Month and in recognition of both DAR women employees and rural women's contributions to rural development and nation building, DAR Central Office spearheaded the Agrario Trade Fair, a showcase of ARB products from different regions and provinces, and an opportunity to leverage said products to mainstream platforms. The very first Binibining Agrario 2024 was also held simultaneously with the Agrario Trade Fair. The Binibining Agrario 2024 was beauty and personality search for the DAR women employees who are able to cultivate their personal, professional, and beneficent works in promoting equal access to land, tenure improvement, agrarian justice, and essential support services for their fellow women in rural sectors. In 2024, the Philippines also hosted the International Conference of Women, Peace and Security in October with the theme, Forging Collaboration and Convergence for Advancing Women, Peace and Security. The conference served as an international stocktaking on the implementation of the Women, Peace and Security agenda of the 25th anniversary of the UN Security Council Resolution 1325. The DAR Central Office was invited to the said conference as participant to the conference and lecture proper, as well as the institutional booth showcase. Binibining Agrario 2024 winner Ms. Jean Arian Ponce also enthusiastically joined the activity as the department's ambassadress. DAR's central office also spearheaded the nationwide kickoff activity for the 18-day End Violence Against Women campaign in November, with the recurring campaign theme United for a Vow-Free Philippines and its 2024 sub-theme, Vow, Bigyang Wakas, Ngayon na ang Oras. The Philippine Commission on Women highlights the urgency of the advocacy in line with the commemoration of the 20th anniversary signing of the Anti-VOWC Act of 2004. When we learn to properly allocate and utilize DAR's budgets to GAD initiatives, the department also ensures that gender considerations are systemically integrated into all aspects of our policy and programs. Over the years, the Department of Agrarian Reform has made significant improvements in terms of its percent GAD budget allocation. Starting in 2021, the department has allocated 9.72% of its budget to GAD. In 2022, this was notably increased to 10.57%. By 2023, the department has allocated 15.38% of GAD budget. And in 2024, a promising 18.9% GAD budget allocation was made possible. In relation to the department's GAD budget allocation, the percent GAD budget utilization trend shows that in 2021, the GAD budget utilization was 7.6%. The following year, or in the year 2022, the GAD budget to utilization decreased to 5.59%. While a noteworthy increase to 9.9% happened in 2023. In terms of programs, activities, and projects, PAPS attribution, DAR has successfully attributed 68% of its PAPS in 2023, while an appreciable increase of 79% was made in 2024. The Department of Agrarian Reform, in partnership with the Philippine Commission on Women, hopes to ensure that gender considerations are embedded in all its projects, activities, and even policies in the years to come. Strengthening institutional mechanisms for gender equality and women's empowerment is crucial as the department gears towards prioritizing and addressing the needs of women with intersectional disadvantages. Achieving the GAD targets and goals requires not only the active and meaningful participation of women and girls in DAR and its stakeholders, but it also demands everyone's equal and unbiased involvement towards development. Let us work together in creating a safer, healthier, more prosperous society for all.